Hello and welcome to the WIHS Journal Public Affairs program. I'm Gerry Williams. Well, as you can tell by the millions of people that tune in every year to see the NFL finale known as the Super Bowl, many Americans love their football. There are 32 teams in the National Football League, and I grew up near one of them. I'm talking about the storied franchise that is the Oakland Raiders. They planted their flag in East Oakland, California in the mid-'60s, and now they're moving to Las Vegas, much to the great sadness of many Raider fans. I took a flight back home in December, as did multitudes of Raider fans from all over the country, to be a part of what was to be the final game in Oakland. Today you'll hear thoughts and comments from some of the faithful and loyal fans. While I was there, I went to visit a cousin at a San Francisco hospital. En route, I stopped at a gas station, and this is what happened. About with Gerry Williams. I'm in San Francisco, California, on the corner of Masonic and Fell Street, and I come across, he's getting stripped down, he's showing his colors. It's going to be an emotional thing, the Oakland Raiders final game at the Oakland Coliseum, and people are converging from all over the country, and right now I'm speaking with
Ivan
and
Jake.
Now you come from where?
We're coming originally from Los Angeles, from Phoenix. And we had to come to see the last Raider game because we've been fans forever.
How long you been a Raider fan?
Since I was 2 years old, unfortunately. Through the good and the bad, I've been a Raider fan forever, so I had to be here to say goodbye.
Most memorable moment you have?
Super Bowl in Los Angeles. When their first year in LA, their first Super Bowl there, Marcus Allen.
How long have you been a Raider fan?
Since day one, I was born into it.
Most memorable event that you can recall during your tenure as a fan?
I'm going to say when they finally had that winning season a few years ago. Up until then, I had known just misery being a Raider fan. So it was nice seeing that one winning season. It's going to be sad to see him go.
It's on the corner of Masonic and Fell Street in San Francisco. God bless you guys, and go Raiders, right?
Go Raiders!
Woo! Raiders! With Gerry Williams here at the Raiders' final home game ever before they move to Las Vegas. Who am I speaking with, brother?
Fernando Sanchez.
Fernando's over here cooking up a storm, folks. Explain what you got cooking here, brother.
Well, we got a copper pot with lard in it, and we're doing some pork shoulder. They're called carnitas in Mexico. So, that's what we're doing, and we're good. Yeah.
How long you been a Raider fan?
I've been my whole life. I just bought my Vegas tickets, so I'm going with them.
You're going to Vegas with them?
Going with them, yes, absolutely. I'm Raider for life, baby.
What town you out of?
I'm out of Union City.
Union City?
Yes, sir.
So how did it happen for you? Was it somebody like your dad or somebody a Raider fan? How did you become a Raider fan?
Actually, no. My parents come from Mexico. They didn't know too much about football, but I was born here, and I started liking the Raiders since I started watching football.
Right.
Absolutely.
Union City. I used to live on G Street, man.
Oh, well, I'm on Hartnell, Colgate. I've got a couple homes there, so yeah, right by the high school.
Okay.
Logan High School, yeah.
Logan, all right.
Yeah.
Now, you going to be flying to Vegas or driving to Vegas?
I'll be flying to Vegas for hopefully, I want to say about 5 or 6 games, but maybe all 8. Who knows?
Yeah. What's your name again, man?
My name's Fernando Sanchez.
God bless you, man. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right.
All right, buddy.
All right, as I'm walking along, I come across one of the tailgaters and says something about 248th game. Talk about that.
Well, it's ever since they came back from LA, I've been going to these games, and it's been an awesome ride. Win or lose, always a Raider die fan.
So that's 248 home games or 248 home and away games?
240 home games. Yeah, we get 10 a year. We have the 2 preseason and 8 regular season. And they kind of last couple of years they didn't have the full 10 games. We'd have 8 because they went to London, they went to New Mexico. So.
And you've been a Raider fan for how long, and how did it happen for you that you became a Raider fan?
I became a Raider fan. My dad took me to a game in 1968. I have my original ticket, stub, $4.50. I have a picture of it on my board.
Where are you from, man? What are you out of? What town?
I'm from Manteca, California.
How long does it take you to drive down here on Sundays?
It's only an hour drive. Okay. Going back, it's about the same. It's a good venue, in and out after the game. Never leave early. Stay to the end, and it's awesome. I'm going to miss them.
Yeah. So, this is obviously the last home game before they move on to Vegas. How does that make you feel, brother?
Well, it makes me feel sad. I mean, it's tough. I'm still going to try and get out there to Vegas and see a couple games a year, but this is home right here. I was born in Oakland.
Yeah. So was I, but enjoy this last day, man. God bless you, and thank you for all your support over the years.
Thank you very much.
All right, out and about with Gerry Williams. I'm at the Raiders' final home game in Oakland, California, and I'm at the in the parking lot in the midst of the tailgate, and I just want to confirm, did I just watch you propose to this lovely young lady right here, brother?
Yes, sir, you did.
What's your name?
Jody.
Jody, what is your name?
Cecilia.
And what did you say, yes or no?
I said yes, of course.
All right. What motivated you to propose at the Raiders' final home game? How did that all come about?
Well, big-time Raider fans, I've always wanted to do it at a Raider game. I know she's always wanted to do it, and since Raiders are leaving Oakland, and it's going to be one of our last games here, and I really wanted to make it special.
Yeah. How long you been a Raiders fan?
My whole life.
How did it happen for you? Was it like always in the family, or one day you just looked up and was watching some games and like, man, I like that team?
My dad's a big-time Raiders fan, and he introduced me to the Raiders, and ever since then, I just fell in love with them, and I never stopped.
Now, did you become a Raider fan because of your fiance, or were you a Raider fan before him?
Most definitely not. Always been a Raider fan. We met as Raider fans. Yeah. Raised by my daddy. A Raider fan. Yeah. Always will be that way.
What town you guys out of?
Stockton.
Well, God bless you. Enjoy the game today, and congratulations to your marriage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Go Raiders! All right.
Man. Thank you.
Still on the scene out at the Raiders tailgate for the final home game ever in Oakland before they move to Vegas. And who am I speaking with?
Dave Scott.
Dave, how long you been a Raider fan, man? And how did it happen for you, becoming a fan?
Well, I've been a Raider fan since 1973. I grew up in a family of 49er fans, which hurt. But when I was around 6 years old, my dad took me to a Raider game. He had tickets to a Raider game. I walked through that tunnel, and I was hooked. I've been hooked ever since.
Talk about some of your most memorable moments over the years.
Well, there's just so many. Being a Raider fan and being a part of Raider Nation, it's just a different experience. It's like family. There's just nothing like it. I've been to a lot of other sporting events, and I've been a fan of a lot of other teams, but there's just nothing like being a Raider fan. From just walking through, seeing the stadium for the first time as a kid when I was little, to all the great moments of Raider history. Been so many, I don't know if I could put into words.
Yeah. I know this is an emotional, sensitive day today, being that it's the final game in Oakland, and there's been, over the years, a lot of Raider fan faithful that stuck through the thick and the thin that is the roller coaster ride, Oakland Raiders. I tell people all the time, I said, being a Raider fan is not for the faint of heart.
It is not. It is not. You either ride or die with the Raiders. The weak of heart have left already. This is a bittersweet moment. It is. It really is. But when you're a Raider fan, Raider for life. That's how it is.
Some people make the trek to Las Vegas for some home games. Some people won't. What about you?
I'm sure at some point I will. This one just still stings. It really still stings, but I know at some point I'll be in Vegas and I'll see a game.
Dave, God bless you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Enjoy this day.
Thank you. You too, my friend.
All right, so I left the tailgating at the Oakland Coliseum. I'm at Ricky's. It's the go-to place to watch Raider games. It's a Raider haven. And it's, again, a sad and emotional day because it's the last Raider game in Oakland. As you can hear the fans at Ricky's, it's been tough on the Raider fans. All right. And right now I'm speaking with a Raider fan. What is your name?
Keisha Johnson.
Now, Keisha, how did you become a Raider fan?
I've been
Now, folks, she's got an interesting story.
So I've been a Raider fan since I was born and raised in Tennessee, and me and my father used to come out here and watch the game. So he's been a Raider fan, and I've been a Raider fan since then. So we came out here ever since then, because Tennessee never had a team. Of course, everybody knows that the Titans used to be the Oilers. So I'm a diehard Raider fan. Even though they lost today, I'm still a fan, and we'll be following them to Vegas.
So you're from Tennessee. Your dad became a Raider fan way out in Tennessee. There's 32 teams in the NFL, and he chose the Raiders. Do you happen to know how he chose the Raiders out of all 32 teams, being from Tennessee?
You know what, it's funny you say that, because I asked him that, and he said that he liked the Raiders because they would take the underdogs. They would take the people that nobody else wanted and make something out of them.
Yeah. The other team's cast-offs.
Absolutely.
They always have a home with Oakland.
That's right. I always have a home with Oakland, even though they go into Vegas, but still, they still be the Oakland Raiders for me.
So back in the day, your dad would fly you out to these games from Tennessee to Oakland?
Yes, we would fly out here to the games, and then my cousin, which is Reggie White, used to play for Green Bay. All of us used to come to the games as well, him and his father.
And little did you know one day you'd be living out here. Now you're living in what town?
San Francisco, California.
How long you been in San Francisco now?
For about 2 years.
So you will be following them out to Las Vegas?
Absolutely, and wearing my Oakland Raider gear. Not Las Vegas Raiders, but Oakland Raiders always.
All right. Well, thank you for your thoughts and comments, Keisha. God bless you. Traveling mercies back home to San Francisco.
Same to you. Thank you.
Out and about with Gerry Williams out at the San Francisco airport a day after the Raider game, what was the final Raider game in Oakland, California, before they moved to Las Vegas. And I'm about to catch a flight back to Connecticut, and I've been seeing all kinds of Raider fans leaving to go home. Raider fans flew from all over the country to be a part of what was the final home game at the Oakland Coliseum. And right now, who am I speaking with?
Craig Bridges.
Craig, I stopped Craig because it was obvious that he was a Raider fan. He's got his Raider colors and everything. Craig, you flew all the way from where?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. How did you become a Raider fan living in Atlanta, Georgia? What's your story, brother?
Grew up in Washington State, Seahawk country. First game I ever watched in '77 was a Seahawk Raider game, and I was born in Santa Rosa, California, so just kind of silver and black, the colors. I was all in. So been all in since then.
Talk about some of your most memorable moments as a Raider fan at some of these iconic games.
Oh, big. Obviously the 2 Super Bowls in the 80s. The 76 one, I was a little young, 77. But Kenny King catching the touchdown pass for 80 yards from Plunkett. Marcus Allen, the Redskins, shutting them down. The number 1 offense in the NFL at that time. Wow. I know Clint Didier, who's a tight end for the Redskins at that time. So loved giving him a hard time about us throttling them 38-9. Just watching Lester Hayes, just dominant every Monday night, being a dominant team on Monday night. Right. So just growing up, just knowing we're the boss, and everyone in the NFL other than the Raider fans hated us.
So they're leaving the Vegas. Do you think you'll make it out there at some point to see a game live?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Raider Nation travels. I'll be in Vegas, so definitely, hopefully be there week 1, but we'll see.
What was the atmosphere like yesterday at the game?
Oh, man, intense. I've been to 10 NFL stadiums. There's nothing like Raider Nation tailgating. It's brought my son out there for his first home game. He's just blown away. Like, it's the only stadium, any sport I've ever been to, where you don't see a visiting fan. It's all home team. Those fans are dedicated. They're rabid. They're ready to go. So.
What's your name again, brother?
Craig.
Craig from Atlanta, but who's a Raider fan. Well, God bless you, Craig, and go Raiders, right?
Yes, sir. Go Raiders. Raider Nation. Raiders.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache.
Well, the Raiders did not win their final game in Oakland, but the Raider Nation lives on. If you would like more information about what you heard today, call WIHS 860-346-1049. That's 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily of those of the staff or management of the station. I'm Gerry Williams for the WIHS Journal Public Affairs program at 104.9 FM, WIHS in Middletown.